So real quick, let's talk about the Kickstarter that just started. Uh,
This one?
yes, that one.
That's the one.
ProgCore Dark Age of Fear. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it so that everybody knows what it is and also like my involvement and everything.
Okay, so broad strokes, it's a multimedia project that captures that vibe of gaming that you felt when you first started playing, whether it was 5 years ago or for me, 40 some years ago, as I started playing in the late 70s, early 80s. And I wanted to, with David Nett and all of our amazing collaborators, David and I wanted to create a multi-headed project so that it could surround you with the joy of dark fantasy, whether
Yeah.
that's music, animation, a book, a candle. It's an experience as much as it is a source book for playing fantasy role-playing games.
Awesome. And then you approached me about making some music for it. So if we,
Well, look, we went right to the source, right? I mean, you are one of those multi-hyphenates that spins all these masterful plates between being such an accomplished musician as well as being such a deep nerd. And I say
yeah,
accomplished musician, not just in your rock music, but you've like scored video games, you've written in so many genres and styles that also throw into it. You're a huge D&D nerd. Like that's a very, very small needle to try and thread when we're looking for collaborators.
yeah. Well, thanks for asking me. And I can't wait to get started. And but this is where we need everybody else's help. We're a third of the way there in one day, which is incredible.
Doesn't suck, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what we want to do for the album is gather that influence of music. For me, when I first started gaming, I was listening to Styx and Kansas and Zeppelin, but also all that trippy Tangerine Dream synth stuff that I still now use to inspire me when I'm doing my games.
Yeah.
And so we want the album to reflect that dark fantasy vibe of the 70s and 80s, whether it's these hard, soaring, guitar-driven, epic, overwrought, wonderful ballads, or that trippy synth that often accompanies this stuff. And Styx, I think, often really mixes up the two with the synth and the soaring rock and the fantasy imagery.
Well,
What are
that's
your thoughts? Like, where does it?
yeah.
What were you listening to when you were playing D&D?
So it's interesting when I shared the post today, I added in the song Stargazer by Rainbow, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Because when Richie Blackmore quit Deep Purple to start Rainbow, he got Ronnie James Dio to sing for him. And I mean, who sings about fantasy more than Ronnie James Dio?
Maybe Robert Plant.
Yeah, yeah, just maybe. But
Hobbit.
but I'm so I'm excited to really delve into the fantasy lyrics because in a lot of material that I do as a solo artist, I don't really go down that route. It's more everyday kind of
And
inspiration.
loss and all
Yeah.
that
So now it's just going to be it's going to be dragons
imagery
and
and
knights
so
and swords.
we have this
Yeah.
lovely this realm called Dark Age of Fear, and so this is going to kind of score these ideas of this realm, which is elves and swords and dragons and
Yeah.
ruins and all of that great stuff. And again, what I also love about prog music in many ways is it took medieval sounds, but then pushed them through guitars and pushed them through synthesizers.
Right.
So it is reflecting on something old, but giving it a modern spin with the tools that he or she or whoever was making the music at the time had.
Right.
And that's what we're doing with the project as a whole, is taking these influences from the 70s and 80s and pushing them through new tools.
Well, I strongly encourage everyone watching this video to hit the link and check it out and help us make this great project. And check out all the people that are involved. If we listed everyone who was involved, it would take another 20 minutes. So
You don't have that kind of time.
Just
It's
check it out.
just go to ProgCoreFantasy.com.
Hmm.
Um, what so just so that we can get little chit chat moments here.
Sure.
Uh, so you did D&D in a castle?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How was doing Dungeons and Dragons in a castle, Jason?
Doing D&D in a castle was pretty awesome because you're fully talk about full immersion, right? And besides just playing D&D, I made sure with all of my players that like we took walks, that we explored the castle, that we, I tried to incorporate other elements of other people's games so that everyone could see, this great setting that we were in.
Can I just take a moment and uh, just let the viewers know that we did not plan this?
Wow, yeah. I
Completely
mean,
serendipitous.
it's
Completely serendipitous.
us.
I know.
I mean, I
And
think I have like 9 Lord of the Rings shirts, maybe more. Who knows?
bleed for this stuff. We bleed for this stuff,
Yeah.
which is again, there's a flavor of dark fantasy that I really want to capture, and I think music is such an important part of that. And again, there's a reason that Led Zeppelin sang about Mordor.
Hmm.
Like, there's a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
There's such a marriage between music and dark fantasy, and so here we go, man.
The Misty Mountain Hop.
Oh,
So, I
I
mean,
love
that
that.
Led Zeppelin 4, which had, I think, 2 songs about Middle Earth, was what I would listen to on repeat when I was playing D&D. It
Dude,
would
when
just
I was a kid
set.
and just the lyric and the forests would echo with laughter scared the crap out of me because it was so evocative. Because I could picture this medieval forest and this cackling, sinister laughter. Oh, I loved it. And then I will go to one of my favorite Styx lyrics, which is, I thought that they were angels, but much to my surprise, they climbed aboard their starship and headed for the skies. Like, so you're on this pirate ship and you're dealing with what you think are angels, and then suddenly they're aliens.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what scared me more than anything? And this isn't quite it's adjacent, but it's this is you talked about lyrics that scared you. What scared me was side 2 of Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy Osbourne's first solo record, when the song Mr. Crowley came on, and it was just the keyboards. It was this incredible church organ, and I thought, listening, I don't know, I was like 11 or something, just going, what is this? And it's running off.
And I get to go see Kansas. Kansas is coming to town, and I just think about just there were storytellers. The songs were
Oh
telling.
yeah.
They were bards, and
Hmm.
they were really spinning yarns. Like if you think about Point of No Return, Carry On My Wayward Son. Like these songs were telling these vast stories. And then you get into Rush, and you get
Right.
into King Crimson, and well.
I mean, Rush was like the first concept album that I was exposed to, 2112, where it's the story from beginning to end. That's another band that wrote about Middle Earth, their song Rivendell, you know?
I love it. I love it. And now we have a land that we get to write songs about. So
Be awesome.
very
Okay, so
excited.
check it out. What's the website again, one more time?
ProgCore Fantasy, ProgCore. It's look over Jason's
Yeah,
shoulder. And then just add the word fantasy and then add a .com, ProgCoreFantasy.com, and then you'll get the entire skinny of what we're doing.
the
And
Kickstarter's live right now.
and if we reach a stretch goal, it won't just be a digital soundtrack, it'll be vinyl.
As it
So
should be listened to.
no, I want to drop that needle, man. I want to put on
Yeah.
those funds. So the only way we can make that happen is with the good people there. So thank you. Live long, prosper. Let's do this, folks.
Right.
Thanks, Jason.
Cool. Yeah, you got it, man. Thanks.